from under the chuppah and youths from their joyous banquets. Blessed are you, God, who gladdens the room with the bride. And for the last seventh bracha, we call up friend Gina Green. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher baras hason v'simcha chatan v'chala, v'yiki larina, v'yiza v'chedva v'yachva v'shalom v'reit, v'heira Adonai l'yishma b'nei Yehuda, u'v'chutzot Yerushalayim, kol sason v'kol simcha, kol chatan v'kol kahala, kol mitzalot chatanim v'chubatam, u'narim mishmamishke naginatam, baruch atah Adonai, v'sameach chatan im hakala.
Blessed are you, Lord, our God, King of the universe, who creates the fruit of the vine.
So friends, we're now going to embrace two rituals which are not typically done in Jewish weddings, but are very important to this couple and where they've come from. The first is we're going to invite Ilana's mother and Eddie's mother to come up to engage in a Mexican custom of ribbon binding, which symbolizes the binding of two souls together on a mystical and eternal level. Something that was new to me, another ritual we're going to embrace, as they embrace the fullness of not just each other, but their peoples and their histories and their heritage and their ancestry, is the African American custom of jumping over a broom during slavery because they weren't free to buy rings. This was an accessible ritual. And so in jumping over this broom now, it is solidarity with those past communities. It is solidarity with those in the struggles against racism and xenophobia. These are moral rituals of resistance. Okay, beautiful. And there's only one last ritual to do, and then we're going to dance them out of here. It's going to be a big party out here. And that is, sometimes when people get married, they are nervous for their first mistake after getting married. They're nervous about breaking something. And so we're just going to break something now to get it out of the way. You don't have to be nervous about breaking something later. Let's just break it now, and then you've already done it. So there's going to be a broken glass to symbolize that. And this broken glass actually is a very profound teaching. What this broken glass represents is that at the peak of the joy of your lives right now, where you're getting married surrounded by your family and friends, that we take a moment in the peak of joy to think of the brokenness of the world. We think of the hostages being held in the tunnels of Gaza. We think of people suffering from oppressive poverty. We think of people who are in abusive spaces. We think of people trapped in a system of mass incarceration and all the racial injustices and the xenophobia and the attacks on immigrant communities, the attacks on queer people. We think of how much pain and sorrow and brokenness in the world there is, and we break this to remember them at this moment. And to remember that your marriage is not just about the two of you, but about the power of justice that emerges from the two of you together to do your work in the world. And before you step on this, Eddie, I'm just going to share one story. If you go to the old city of Jerusalem, there is a valley there that we call Gehenna. And it's called Gehenna because that means hell. And why is that valley called hell? Well, because that's where the ancient Canaanites slaughtered children in the name of God. And for the Jewish tradition, the worst place in the world would be a place where you kill kids on purpose in the name of God. So that's hell. But in 1979, the Israeli archaeologists dug a little bit deeper, below those Canaanites' altars. And what they found were 2 silver amulets. And inside those 2 silver amulets is the oldest Torah we have today. 500 years older than the Dead Sea Scrolls. And you know what it says on those scrolls? Yevarecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ye'er panav elecha b'chunecha. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. Our oldest prayer for peace. Which is to say, if you dig into the darkest place in the universe, and you dig a little bit deeper, you find an ancient prayer for peace. If you dig into the depths of hell, where children were killed in the name of God, and you dig a little bit deeper, you find a spring of light. And that is my blessing to you, that wherever dark spaces you go, in the external world or in your internal world, that you go deeper together to find a spring of light, and a spring of hope, and a spring of healing within this all too broken world.
Who's our other witness in addition to Mayor? Do we have another one?
Nate.
And we waging war on Babylon.
Nate, come on up, Nate.
Everything else is a ballad.
No, not you, Mickey.
I should run the world, we just running
Nate.
laps. We gon' run it up, then we gon' run it back. We getting to the Ruchnius, yeah, that's a fact. But it's a lot of Gashmius, man, no cap. Big blessings on deck, we done praise for 'em. Big haters, no flex, we done prayed for 'em. Man, these mitzvahs ain't cheap, we done paid for 'em. Anytime bound to, can't be late for 'em. Oh, do I should keep told.
And then
Everyone is invited to the reception for drinks back in the main room over here. Come party.
Let me go to the bus first and then we'll come back.
well, thank you very much. You want Where's Tim? Oh, so we're gonna do the Yichud first, and then we're gonna come back and do pictures.
Let's go quickly.
Can you